Greetings, my friends. Archbishop Richard Foreskin here. Let's readjust the camera. So here we are, early in the morning, unedited. I'm usually going to sleep at this time. Let's put this up here. It's a little bit more holier. Today we're going to be talking about atheists, specifically the modern day atheist skeptic, so-called skeptic community. And what I'm going to bring to your attention is there aren't any modern day, well, not many, true atheist skeptics anymore. And I'm going to give you my opinion why. I wish I had my old camera back. It didn't have all the jumping lighting and such. Yes, I've been watching the atheist community for some time now. People that I used to look up to. Yes, settle back with the Archbishop. Yes, the atheist community, the atheist show, put a few cracks in my pickle jar years ago. Thanks to Matt Dillahunty and Aaron Ra, or Aaron Ra, whatever, you can tell me. You guys don't watch the Archbishop show anyway. You're too high up there. Professor Dave explains. Oh, man. Get off of there. You won't let me talk. Hold on. Breaking the mini blinds. All right. Put the fellow away for a little bit. So this is going to be a rant, and there's going to be plenty of mistakes in it. Just my opinions spouting out the Archbishop's opinions on modern day so-called skeptic atheism. No problem with the atheism, but to call yourself skeptics when you believe things similar to you believe things just like religious people believe things. Many of you out there. What do I mean? You believe in the science. Sorry, you might even have some other noises coming from my body this morning. And it's all part of the skepticism. Skepticism. So I've seen many live streams, and once again, I'm not letting this go. The event, the 2020, it was in 2019, the Great Teepee Hoarding Event 19. And many of the so-called skeptic atheist channels put live streams up and wouldn't let anybody put anything questionable about the Great Teepee Hoarding Event 19 up. Nothing questionable. It would be called misinformation. And that's misinformation. But what turned out to be, and I'll just back around again, it turned out to be misinformation is what you believed when you did what? We believe the science. You believed the science. I believe in science. I sure do. Science is a tool. It don't give a damn about a fool. But when the Holy Business Alliance has hijacked science like it has many times, you are the fool. And you're not being skeptic at all. So you believed the science that they, whoever they are, who are they? The who are they? Yeah, you believed who? What they told you. Not very skeptic. And the proof is all the claims from the beginning that I said that were going to happen. All the claims that were going to fall apart that I said would, did. All the claims about the Great TP Hoarding Event, jokers, poker. You atheists, so-called skeptics, you just turned out to be the one-eyed farmer's cattle. I've never seen anything like it so quickly. What this was is a demonstration of how quickly the one-eyed farmers could convert you or show you what you were. The cattle that you are, that you think you're these big skeptics, you were corralled up just like that, and you obediently went into your bunkers where your thunkers got stunkered. Eating all that one-eyed farmer data cake as quick as it came out of the farmer's ass. As quick as they moved those goalposts. Oh, but it was because science was rediscovering. But I already told you. The bishop was being a little bit prophetic back then, until this day, and was right on every issue that came out. The claims that the science that you believed was true turned out to be wrong. The videos are still up for the claims they made and the things that people would have said on your live streams that you said that's misinformation. What turned out to be the misinformation was what you believed in as they were telling you. But you didn't hear this one. This one slipped right by you. Atheist so-called skeptics. And this is coming from an atheist. So don't give me any of your shit. You're too busy quoting ancient philosophers. Your little quotes in there. If these ancient philosophers came back during the Great TP Hoarding Event 19, what would have they done? What would they say about you using their quotes? Even Carl Sagan, what would have he done? Or would he been sucked into it too? You were corralled up like the one-eyed farmer's cattle overnight. Gently led to the slaughter stalls. Mind, body, and all. Yeah, mind, body, and all. You dare to call yourself skeptics. I mean, we all make mistakes. But to never bear up to the truth of it, to never talk about it again on your live streams, there has to be a multitude of different atheist so-called skeptics that ended up forming different opinions through their experience. And you should want to have a talk about how you were deceived, just like you talk about Christians and Islams and Muslims and different religions being deceived. You're so proud and happy when you talk about that. Yes, it can be fun, yes. It's actually just too easy. But when we talk about the science, I got so tired of hearing you stupid idiots saying, well, we believe the science. Do you believe, like I said, I believe in science, but the science that they tell you they have? You know, I don't want to get off topic, but when everything is made through scientific things, you know, even a cupcake. Let's say a new cupcake came out. They want to lower the fat content, but still keep the fat in there to get that soft feeling. So they put only 2 grams of a specific type of petroleum oil that they can cook with now. Oh, we can cook with this. It turns out that the cake is only 2% instead of the 12% of the natural fat. They'll go for this. It's not too harmless. Yeah, so you put another thing in your body with the other products that are in there. It's made by science. Science made this discovery that you can mix this in that cake, and you'll get at least 10 grams less of fat in there. Yeah. But the topic. Back to, whatever happened? I know I'm going to miss something because this is all spontaneous. The Archbishop doesn't do these bullshit edits that I see on other fancy atheist channels. Some of them are well, and some of them are... Come on, you had so much AI help. Can't you just be a real person talking to people? Little blip, 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 blip cuts throughout your video. Yeah, herded up like cattle. The so-called skeptic community. Never spoke of it again. Oh, here's what I want to say. You know, and like many of you, remember the common cold? Yeah, I'm kind of chuckling now. I almost forget the common cold because about a year or two before the corona, which evolved into COVID, before the Great TP Horton Event 19 came out, about 2 years before then was the last time I ever had a phlegm cold. You know, with all the snots and it would hang on you for a week and a half or two, and you'd feel like crap, almost that you're going to die sometimes, and you had to go work with it, and they, all through you, it's just a cold, it's just a cold. Don't get it in your chest. It could, yeah. I haven't had one of those phlegm colds since right before the Great TP Horton Event 19. I haven't had one. Well, you must have a strong immunity. My lady's immunity is terrible. She's fallen apart in every way, and both of us didn't get the shot. And as far as we know, but according to Dr. Tony's own words, many people will get the virus and recover without even knowing it. So maybe we did get it without knowing it. It's called herd immunity, I think. I'm not a doctor. I just try to use human common sense. If it's allowed, if you're a skeptic. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to the common cold. Do you? Or is it less bad now? And by the way, like I said in my other talks about this, my emergency wards weren't full during the time supposedly they were supposed to be full. Well, you were all in your bunkers watching the news clips over and over again with the guys in the blue suits in the hospitals with face shields working over the same people, depending on which news you got. And then the news, and when Trump said that they're bringing out the bodies, I saw them bringing in tractor trailer trucks. Yeah, tractor trailer trucks, refrigerator trucks. Loading out bodies. Yeah. Remember that one? Yeah. So they're all in on it. And you're protecting sides. Oh, get back to the masks again. I put this COVID mask video cartoon up because it's probably, it's just a cartoon, right? But it's probably all that you could actually listen to, so-called skeptics. It's called the COVIDiots. And everything in there is what happened to you. And I watched it. And it was all about, it ends up showing the misinformation, as I said that it was going to do. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. I'm doing it. The Archbishop is doing a video. Don't say anything. So, yeah, science is a great tool, but it don't give a damn about a fool. And you got fooled, you got clowned when the one-eyed farmers came to town. What else? Yeah, and the mask wearing. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the ICE thing, okay? Not that I'm not pro anything. I'm anti-idiots, and I can be one myself, but I'm anti-idiotism, so I watch these proud so-called atheists always bringing up ICE. You want freedom, right? You want democracy, freedom. But you were all for masks during the Great TP Horton Event 19 at the peaceful protests where every damn thing was being destroyed. Everything was being and going into stores had a convenient way. More robberies than ever. Look what California turned out to be, you idiots. It all started with the mask wearing, with the forced mask wearing. I said, watch what happens. Watch how convenient it will be for the criminals. And people don't have to own their face. Watch how many things come out of it. And it did. It did, so-called skeptics. What did you think was going to happen? So you promoted an underlying catastrophe that happened. You didn't see it. Idiots. You got clowned. Clowned. Big time. Yeah. Even Sam Harris. The things he said. I don't remember exactly what they were, but man, you people are idiots in the atheist community during this specific time. You defended this thing like nothing I've ever seen. Unquestionable. And here's what you'll say. Well, we did the research. This is what I want to say. You will never understand the depth of the research of the intentions of the Holy Business Alliance of the One-Eyed Farmers. You will never understand the intention behind it. Science is a tool. It don't give a damn about a fool. Gee, why am I doing this? This is supposed to be a make fun of religious channel, isn't it? I'll make fun of all of you. Because if you look at my description, it says, atheists, religious, and so-called skeptics, all of your minds have become septic. Enjoy your ever-expanding clown world. You don't even know what news is real, and you're going to fight over it anyway. So, you don't like ICE, and you don't like ICE wearing masks. I don't know. I can't believe that ICE was properly trained either. But all this time, do you notice how people just pull to one side or another? You defended, and I have people in my neighborhood that had signs up even after Trump was elected. They kept their Biden-Harris signs up. Are you serious? Do you think all of your leftist, right-handed boogeyman saviors are going to save you all? You have yourselves, atheists, religious, and so-called skeptic, you've yourselves. Yeah. Isn't it amazing how it's this Great TP Horton Event 19 shot was an experiment, because you are the experiment. But you believed the science out of fearful urgency. Just like a car salesman would do, just like Moses questioning, what should he tell the people? Lord, what should I tell the people who sent me? Well, tell them that I am who sent me, and I'll kill him if they don't. God said I had to kill you. Moses told him, you'll be slaughtered, taken out of camp, blah, 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 blah. You people that say, no kings, no kings. You've been worshiping kings in the form of presidents and whatever, one-eyed farmers, for centuries and centuries and thousands of years. You've been worshiping or been controlled by kings, ding-a-lings. Oh, and the mask. Back to the masks, you idiots. Mask COVID idiots. You people that believed in science, why aren't you walking around? Why didn't you people worried about getting a cold start wearing a mask? You think it would help? Well, the cold's going around, better wear your masks. Why would society all be wearing masks for everything then? Need a mask, right? Well, you get a little spittle. You won't get as much spittle on you. But look, you got how many thousands of germs going through the sides of the mask, and you're walking past each other. Or playing soccer on the ball fields with the masks running around. I have pictures of them running around with masks on, huffing and puffing, playing soccer. Because Dr. Tony said it's safe. Safe now, wear a mask. You idiots. When are you going to do a live stream or a video about Question It? But Professor Dave challenged these two nerdy looking guys and he claimed that they were anti-vaxxers. Way to go, Professor Dave. Just call them an anti-vaxxer and get them on, because they said all vaccines got some kind of all vaccines could have some underlying problems that we haven't found out yet. But I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I sure was when it came to the Great TP Hoarding Event 19. Something didn't seem right to me, and I used my common skeptical sense and didn't take the shot. No, I wasn't spreading the disease around. You stayed in your bunker where your thunker got stunkered. M. Dillafunky, whoever else. And you stayed out of the sun and decreased your immune system because you ran your adrenalines out of fear down to zero shit, almost to zero. You people were panicking. You catch everything around. Don't you know that? That's a scientific fact. When your adrenaline, your system goes down, your immune system goes down. Oh, the term, well, you didn't get it. You must have a strong immune system. I have a new word, compromised immune system. All of a sudden, oh, he's out of shape. People with green and blue hair had compromised immune systems. All of a sudden, a new word came out. Compromised. Compromised clownism. Idiots. I'm going to take some oregano oil. Why, do I think it's a cure-all? No, but I think it is good for me. Been taking it for years, and I never had to use I used an asthma inhaler. As soon as I found out I had asthma, I used it all my life, and it helped, but it made me so shaky. I started using oil of oregano. This isn't an advertisement at all. I actually like it now. It's like a little snack candy treat. Oregano oil. Carbachol is the main active ingredient. And I haven't used an inhaler since, I guess it took a few weeks of taking this, and it was like, hey, I don't have to use my inhaler anymore. What happened? Well, it's an antifungal, antibacterial. A lot of things can be antifungal in our bodies that cause asthma attacks. Also, a lot of people that are forgetting, a friend of mine at work, he lost his wife years ago, 6-7 years ago, due to asthma attacks, and they couldn't figure out why she was still having them. And she would get them real bad and have to go to the hospital. But I think it was because she was one of those women that always had things done with her hair. And the chemicals and the sprays and the perfumes, believe it or not, people, they're not harmless. They can cause asthma-induced reactions. And I think she had her hair done all kinds of crazy ways. Because it was in their ethnicity to do that. And I think the stuff that they put on their hair had a lot to do with it. But not many people thought of, is asthma chemically induced, and it is. Mold is a heavy thing with it, and so is chemicals. I know from personal experience. I couldn't be around those candle flames, those liquid things with the candle. I went into a room, I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I said, I went over directly to the candle, and I was like, ugh, my lungs just dried up. It was instant dry. Please put that candle out. You don't have to be a scientist to know it was from the chemicals, the vapors coming up in the air. It was an allergy effect which was causing my lungs to tense up, become asthmatic. But as far as mold and things, oregano is a good thing for that, and topically also. Anyway, but you only believe the science. You don't believe in things that we eat naturally could help us because they're natural foods. That's stupid. After all, we're just mechanical lubricant people. Idiots. All right, what else? Yeah, how many masks should have we had? First, it started out with rubber gloves. Then we got people were so scared they had to be sprayed before going into the store, like Trader Joe's. I have the videos on another channel of all the ridiculous. I have literally hundreds of videos of how you people got cattled up. Some by no choice. You had to do what you got to do to get your food. We had to, but I took pictures anyway of the ridiculousness of it. Here the wind's blowing 15, 20 miles an hour, and you have to stand 6 feet apart. How smart is that? Which direction's the wind coming from? Oh, it's blowing right back onto me from the person who might have COVID in front of me or whatever. But it's the same thing with your common colds. The mask wasn't going to help. Uh, it's just not. You're going to get all those floaters are going to come right by. Yeah. And the rubber gloves. The rubber gloves. Yeah. In the beginning, I saw this guy driving to work, and he turned into his workplace. He had the blue gloves on, the blue mask. He was like, oh, damn, I'm going to get the great TP hoarding event 19 virus. I can't get in. I was like, let me take a picture of this. It was hilarious. All of a sudden, you don't need gloves anymore, but you need hand sanitizer. Oh, man, Bill Gates and Professor DK and Associates made so much money off you guys. 26 minutes, 47 seconds. Anyway, yeah, so if anybody you knows any holy, eternal, omnipresent, atheist so-called skeptics know what happened to the common cold, phlegm cold, you know, the that we, just about everybody got 2 or 3 times a year. What happened to it? How many masks should you wear to protect yourself from that and other things? Alright, so I told you that it would be every 6 months you'd be needing another shot. That happened. Yeah. Yeah, and it was a totally different type. So it was experiment. And remember, though, you are the experiment. You're the experiment. No need, experiment. No need for worriment. You trust the science that they, whoever they are, told you to eat. They told you to believe it. And that's what you believe. You believe the science. But you don't know. You have no idea of the intentions behind the Holy Business Alliance. After all, they made it with science. Fools. You can't deny it. Idiots.